Are you anywhere between 3 to 6 months in your freeform lock journey and you're wondering whether there may be any differences between starter locks and instant locks? In today's video, we'll be exploring 3 major differences between starter locks and instant locks. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm Emmanuel from Locs, bringing you yet another fantastic video about freeform locks. Before we jump right in, I just want to remind you that although this channel is exclusively about freeform locks, we admire all other forms of dreadlocks. The only thing is that since our philosophy revolves around being free-spirited and freedom, we rather the freeform method appeals more to us than the other methods of growing dreadlocks. Okay, so I want you to just have that feeling through this. So if you're starting out, that said, if you're starting out with locks, you have to think about what is more important to you. Are you more a free-spirited person, or you're more a high-maintenance, reserved kind of person? That will determine also the method of growing your locks. So the first thing is that instant locks are the modern way of starting locks. Of all the several ways of starting locks, the freeform method is actually the oldest. So in effect, when you have your hair on 3 to 6 months and you're doing nothing about it, you're just washing it, and like we recommend, you develop starter locks. On the other hand, the instant lock method bypasses the budding phase in the development of your locks. What is the budding phase? It's the phase when your hair starts to lock up and form knots just on its own spontaneously. So the other thing is that instant locks may require the service of a stylist or a loctician, and more especially a crochet hook, okay, to have it achieved. So it's actually a modern way of starting locks. The second way, or the second difference right now between the instant locks and starter locks is this: instant locks are made, starter locks just grow. Okay, so actually instant locks are even made from starter locks. So like we were saying, instant locks are just one of the several ways of starting locks. You have other ways like free-forming, which is the oldest form, back combing, 2-strand twist, 3-strand plates, okay, interlocking, finger or comb coils, and then you also have lock extensions, which is even a more modern way of starting locks. So typically instant locks are made using the crochet hook method, which is a kind of push-pull that you do in the strand in the lock, and that actually produces knots in the lock. So what it does is that it achieves a nicer, neater look, and it's instant. At the end of the day, you can have that even within 24. in the same day, when it's done, you have this locked hair appearance, which is neat and more aesthetic compared to the freeform method of starting locks. Third difference between starter locks and instant locks is that instant locks are predictable. Yeah, when you're using the freeform method, especially on your starter locks, you can't tell how the locks will turn out, right? You can't even tell how the sizes are going to play out, okay? Whereas with instant locks, it's predictable from the start, because when you're parting out the hair, it's equally parted, and then even the sizes are generally the same or more or less equal sizes, compared to the starter locks with no manipulation. If you just let them grow free, they just develop their style on their own, okay? Whereas the instant lock method predetermines already the style that it's going to have. So that said, we've just gone through 3 main aspects which differentiate instant locks from starter locks, okay? So we just saw that instant locks are a more modern way of starting locks, and secondly, we saw that the instant locks are made and starter locks grow, and then also instant locks are predictable. So instant locks, starter locks, which is better? Frankly, none of them. Actually, it depends on your personality. That's why at the beginning of the video I was saying, when you're starting on this journey, take out time to ask yourself what is most important to you: freedom, freestyle, low maintenance, or are you rather a high maintenance person or more self-conscious You know, you want things more aesthetic. You want to be able to predict things before, you know. Whereas I prefer the freeform method of going around about this, all right? Because I like the adventure of, I like the thrill of not knowing what is going to, what lays ahead for me. I like the thrill of just allowing things to be spontaneous, and that's why I prefer the freeform method. But then, what's your own style? What's your vibe? Let me know in the comment section below, alright? And then I'll be meeting on the next video. So you enjoy your freeform lock journey, or whatever journey you're on at this moment.